Hi guys, I'm Alexandru Don, and in this video we're gonna have some fun with the new non-light LitoLite 5C. But first, let's unbox this thing. So for the last year, we have seen filmmaking shifting its way to smaller cameras and more practical way to shoot faster and easier. Not only cameras are getting smaller, but lighting equipment too. And so today I want to see if I can transition to the future and try to film only using 3 LitoLites 5C and use them to light up an interview and a movie scene. For my interview part, I'm gonna have 2 angles, and we're gonna start with the available lighting, which as you can see doesn't look so appealing and it seems pretty flat, meaning it does not have that 3D effect that we want. We're gonna shut down the lights and place our first LitoLite on this really small stand at a 45 degrees angle from our subject. At first we can see that the light is pretty harsh and looks a little bit too dramatic for our taste. So we're gonna have to use the attachment diffusion that comes with the light to diffuse the light a little bit. And as you can see now, the light is softer, but we have a drop in intensity. So we will need to raise the light intensity a little bit. Next step is to place another LitoLite in the background to add more dimension to the image. And for that, I'm gonna use a different white balance so we can create color contrast and separation. Because I feel like something is missing, I'm gonna place another LitoLite right in front of the bike to add a little color spark and to balance the image a little bit. To finish this setup and make it even better, I'm gonna take the diffusion off from our key light and place a bigger diffusion in front of it. Now the image looks a little bit more professional and has that beautiful soft light on our talent. To be honest, I'm quite impressed I managed to do this setup so easy and so simple in just a few minutes without even dropping a sweat and without having to worry about cables or heavy lights. And the cool thing is that our lights were not even at full power output. I used them at 50% and my camera settings were at ISO 800 f1.4 on a Zcam E2 f6. I also wanted to experiment a little bit more, and I've done a second setup in just a few seconds that I think turned out pretty good. Now let's see if I can use those lights in a film-like condition. For test number 2, we've came into an abandoned warehouse, and here we want to push those lights to the extreme because we want to create a cinematic and moody feel. And for that, I'm gonna set this light to candle mode, and I'm gonna place it inside this lantern, which is made from metal. And the beauty of those lights is the fact that you can place them on metal because it has magnets. And right now, the light sticks there with no problem. And what I wanna do is basically I wanna have my actor holding it like this and walking inside this big warehouse where we're gonna have to put more lights because it's very dark. So just to give you a perspective on how bright those lights are, I'm gonna power this one up to 100% and show you that we can pretty much light the entire warehouse with one light, which is quite impressive. And what I wanna do for this, I wanna set my other lights to a different temperature so we have a really beautiful contrast in the image, and we kind of mimic the night because when it's night, the temperature of the light is much colder. So let's see if we can make it work. To be honest, I'm really impressed with the results. Those lights are super practical, and the cool thing is that their battery life is pretty damn good. We used them with a single charge for the whole test, and we still had like 40–50% left after we finished. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please smash that subscribe button, and thanks so much for watching this video. And until next time, peace.